boy, what a day, huh? What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with Techwood Solutions, and I'm sure a lot of you guys probably came on watching this video and maybe assumed that I would be pointing the finger and saying, definitely not. I don't want to kick you while you're down, even if you're an MSTR bag holder. But if anything, I wanted to share a few reasons on why the market sold off today, a series of different reports, and what I'm actually planning on doing. And it's not actually shorting to some degree. I'll explain it in this video. So again, I really hope that this video can kind of provide some insight that what happened today was not a normal day, something that not anyone could have predicted. We talked about it as we've been talking about. Markets have been showing signs of uncertainty. But dude, markets were up like 2% in the green and then they end up 2.3% in the red. This was a significant sell-off, something that not anyone could have seen. So again, don't kick yourself while you're down. This was an unprecedented sell-off and one of the biggest liquidations that we've seen since Liberation Day. So let's go ahead and talk about it. First off, QQQ at one moment, like I said, it went from where it closed at yesterday. It was up 2% in the green. And in today's live trading session with my LPP team, we saw this thing go back down to retest the ascending support on the 5-minute, break that structure and fully break its pattern, and kind of led to a lot of panic selling. There's a lot of liquidation that I'm sure was happening. And with that being said, I think it scared a lot of people. And this is the really, really challenging part that like we've been trying to encourage you to do on this channel. And that's don't trade on leverage. I can't stress it enough. Like markets on the larger time frame are still incredibly overbought. There's huge retracement potential. And if you're leveraged, that means that you're borrowing money to lose money. Like why would you ever do that? It's why crypto bros lose so much money so quick. Don't get me wrong. We all make bad investments and bad trades from time to time. But if it's your money, at least you can control it and manage and mitigate risk. And that's the end of it, right? You don't have to actually lose more or lose quicker than what you actually have. So I think that was the first step that I think that we really did talk about on this channel that I really hope some of you guys listened to about not being leveraged at overbought levels due to moments like this. But with this liquidation and with everything that happened, again, in the fastest reversal since Liberation Day, the S&P 500 lost $2 trillion of market cap in 5 hours. Again, not a normal day. So please don't think that it's all your fault, or even if direction was again, it is not your fault. This was something that was, very unheard of, uncommon, but it did present itself, right? Nvidia went from 6% in the green to 3% in the red after reporting record revenue of $55 billion without any new headline. And the thing that I find to be so frustrating is you see news outlets of hyping up Nvidia and what it's doing. Because obviously, it did an amazing job reporting earnings. It exceeded market's expectation. We talked about that yesterday. But then 5 hours later, they're like, oh, look, things are overbought. Things are overvalued. What do you mean? Like, why were you not shedding light on that during the pump? That could have shed more light for people to not be over aggressive and buy at all-time highs or buy close to those all-time highs. And that is what I think we try to do on this channel, is while we are approaching elevated levels, although we can't predict the future, to just remind beginners of like, hey, don't be afraid to be invested. Invest in the companies that you see value in, but please, 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 at these overbought levels, just be mindful of your leverage and be mindful of your exposure, that you can tolerate these pullbacks if they do end up presenting themselves. So as we saw at 10 a.m. Eastern time, the S&P 500 rises as much as 130 points. And then by 11:20, the Labor Department says that October to November job data are coming in after Fed decision. And then within a few minutes, in 80 minutes, $1.5 trillion in market cap value were wiped from the S&P 500. There was a quick little relief rally, which is pretty much a lower high, and then goes back down to retest. And then S&P 500 begins with a 60-point drop, heading to the lows of the day at a $2 trillion wipe from where it peaked at. And then again, right? This, I think, sheds a lot of light. At 9:30 a.m., everything was in the green. At 4 p.m., which is when markets closed Eastern time, everything was in the red. Again, we had a few people. I want to give a quick shout out to one of our members that it's part of our LPP team. Took a very aggressive trade. I would not recommend this, but walked away with 51K in the green. Now, what is my plan? What is my intention? I want to be straightforward with you guys. I made it very clear with my LPP team already. Markets might have overreacted on the downside today. So we can't predict the future. Let's get that right out of our heads. The idea is every day We close our day trade positions. So tomorrow, within my live trading session with the LPP team, I am probably going to be more looking for to go long than to go short. I want to see if markets begin to recover and find signs of a support instead of the continuation on the downside. If markets do continue to sell off, because again, direction and price action are always what's most important, right? You can learn to dance with the market. You definitely don't want to dance against it, right? With that being said, if markets continue to sell off, I'm not afraid of shorting, but because they might be oversold based off of recent timeframes, I might just take smaller position sizes. It's almost like the opposite of what I've been doing. When markets were overbought, I wasn't afraid to go short or to go long, but my positions were just much smaller because I needed to take downside risk into consideration. Now it's the opposite, where markets are now oversold enough that intraday, I can consider going long, but if I do decide to go short, I'm not afraid to. I'm just going to be more mindful and more calculated on my position size and my exposure. So just wanted to share my thoughts with you guys. I'm really paying attention to TQQQ, which is the triple leverage ETF. It's not an investment vehicle, but it's a position in which that moves 3 times of whatever the NASDAQ market moves. So if NASDAQ has a 1% day in the green tomorrow, TQQQ has a 3% green day. But if NASDAQ drops 1%, then TQQQ loses 3%. So again, leverage is good when it's in your favor. It's bad when it's against you. So I would treat it as just that. But that is what I'm paying attention to. I want to see how the markets trade tomorrow, if there's continuation and more fear being injected into the market, into the downside. And if so, during tomorrow's live trading session, you'll most likely see me short, but with a much smaller position size, respecting how oversold it is intraday. If markets begin to recover, I'm excited to go long with the bulls, but also not hesitate to take profits because I can see how quickly markets can quickly turn direction. So again, I wish you guys nothing but the best. You guys let me know how I did in this video. I really hope that this video encourages you not to look back and be like, dang it, man, I missed out. What's done is done. Things are always easier in hindsight, right? I can always look back and be like, look, I could have made more money or I could have saved more money. It's all about building healthy habits. You're never going to take perfect trades, but one thing that you can always do is prepare. Prepare for moments like this where you have cash on the sidelines so you're able to take advantage of good deals. I wanted to ask you guys, I'm thinking about making a video about what stocks might be good deals as they recently have retraced. If you guys would like me to make that video, all I literally ask you to do is show the channel some love, drop a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I can do my part in being of value for you. Hope that earned your thumbs up. Like always, if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. And don't forget, if you want to watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow, second link in the description down below. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.